In this problem, I need to find all solutions in the interval 0 to 2 pi of this trigonometric equation. As you can see, it's a quadratic equation in the cotangent of x, but since I only have the squared term, I don't have the linear term, I think it's going to be a lot quicker if I solve it by the square root method. That means I need to isolate the squared term. So I'm going to add 1 to both sides. So I'm going to get the cotangent squared of x equals 1. And rather than using a reciprocal function, I think it'd be easier if I turned this into a tangent function, since the cotangent of x is 1 over the tangent of x. So I can write this as 1 over the tangent squared of x equals 1. And then I can just cross multiply, and I'm going to get the tangent squared of x equals 1. So taking the square roots of both sides, I know the tangent of x is plus or minus the square root of 1. So the tangent of x equals plus or minus 1. Looking at the first solution, we have the tangent of x equals 1. But remember, the tangent of x is the sine of x over the cosine of x. So what does it mean if the sine of x over the cosine of x equals 1? That means that the sine of x has to equal the cosine of x. So we need to look around on the unit circle and find points where the x and y values are equal. Well, that is going to happen in quadrant 1, right here, and in quadrant 3, right here. Notice here, the sine and the cosine are both equal to the positive square root of 2 over 2. Here, they're both equal to the negative square root of 2 over 2. So that's going to give me my solutions of x equals pi over 4. And x equals 5 pi over 4. So there are two of my solutions. So now I've taken care of tan x equals plus 1. Now I need to figure out when is the tangent of x equal to negative 1. That means the sine of x over the cosine of x equals negative 1. That means that the sine of x and the cosine of x are opposites of each other. And where does that occur? That occurs here at 3 pi over 4, where the cosine function is negative the square root of 2 over 2, and the sine function is positive the square root of 2 over 2. And it also occurs down here at 7 pi over 4, where the cosine function is the positive square root of 2 over 2, and the sine function is the negative square root of 2 over 2. So my other two solutions are where x equals 3 pi over 4 and 7 pi over 4. So how many solutions do I have in all? 1, 2, 3, 4.